So you've signed up for Hyrox, or maybe you're seriously considering doing it. You've seen the videos, you feel the buzz, you imagine crossing that finishing line, but your calendar's busy. You've got loads on at work, you've got family commitments, you've got other errands to do. The question then comes to you, how on earth are you going to fit all your training in to actually then be able to do a Hyrox? In this video, we're going to cover exactly that. And towards the end of the video, I'm going to give you a plan on how to plan your week. If this sounds familiar to you, then trust me, you're not alone. It's probably the number one thing I hear why people think they can't do Hyrox. So life's busy. We get that. And dedicating time to train, it can feel overwhelming. But the good news is there's strategies you can do to help with that. And that's what we're going to go through in this video. Let's be real. Hyrox is tough. It's a tough event. 8 kilometers, loads of obstacles in between. It isn't easy to do. So it is a real test, and people, you will want to train for it. I know some people just turn up and do it, but you will want to train for it. Consistent training isn't just about getting faster or stronger, although that's great. It's about building the resilience to handle all the fatigue that's going to go on in an actual Hyrox event. And injury prevention, that's a big one as well. And honestly, it's about carving out that crucial you time, which is vital for managing the stress of that busy life we've just talked about. So investing time in your training is investing time in yourself. So try and think of it that way. So if you're saying you don't have time, we all say this, and life is demanding, but let's reframe it. Let's say we're going to make time, and that's what it's going to come down to. It's less about what time you've got, but prioritizing and planning and put your energy when you've got it to use it to get the best from it. So a little bit of a mindset shift. So try not to say, I haven't got time. You're going to make a conscious decision that you're going to make time. You might be thinking, yeah, easier said than done, but let's go. How do we do it? So first of all, treat your training as a critical appointment. So put it in your diary. Plan your week ahead and don't cancel stuff. Let people know what you're doing, let family know, let whoever you need to know, put it in your diary, stick to it. And then make it a priority. Make it an actual priority for what you're going to do. How much time do you spend scrolling on social media? How much time do you spend doing this, that, and the other? Could you get back 30 minutes somewhere from your day from that? And be honest, I think most people can. I get we're busy, but be brutally honest with what time you've actually got. Number 3, you're going to plan your week. So don't wake up on a Monday morning and go, right, what am I going to do? On a Sunday, plan your weeks. You know exactly when you're going to train, even know what days are going to be. Strength training, running training, combination of both, whatever it is. Don't make things rushed and a last minute thing. Plan it out. Number 4, what you're going to do, you're going to set realistic expectations, especially when you're starting out and when you've got a really busy period. 6 times a week training? No. 3 to 4 quality times a week training? Yeah, perfect. So consistency is key, and that will always win over unrealistic volume. So we've scheduled it in your diary. Now how are you going to make the most of it? Because time is limited and efficiency is king. Number 1, quality over quantity. And this is huge. A 45-minute or a 30-minute of proper training rather than 90 minutes dragged out, you can bring it back and get more stuff done. So really focus and dial in on that training. Another thing you can do is interval training. You'd have all heard about it. It's short bursts of intensity and then shorter rests. So rather than everything have to be slow and steady, you can be thinking assault bike sprints, intense row intervals, burpee intervals, short fast running, things like that. Also what you can do, combine your workouts. Instead of having a separate strength day and cardio day as such, mix them together. And for Hyrox, that works great. Compromised runs, compromised workouts. So you can do things like bodyweight squats or barbell squats into a run. You can do deadlifts into a run. You can do some of the Hyrox movements into a run or run into one of the movements. Check out the Hyrox Workouts Instagram page. We've got loads of workouts like that. Next thing to do, prep like a pro. So be planned, plan ahead. And that can go for your training. That can also go for your food. So you know when you've got everything planned ahead, or even getting your clothes out in the morning. Have your clothes laid out. Have your headphones ready. Your heart rate monitor ready if you're using that. Just be prepared. Next thing you can do, you don't have to do all your training in one block. Rather than thinking, I can't get in 90 minutes of training, so I'm not going to do it. Can you get up 20 minutes early in the morning and do a little run? Can you fit in a power walk in your lunch break? Can you fit in 20 minutes later on? Think of it as like training snacks. So the little things, and they all build up to something big. Make it work for you. And are you an early bird? Do you like getting up in the morning? Make it work. Get up early. If you prefer training in the evening, plan to train in the evening. The main thing is you get some consistency and you have a consistent time slot. So, and that works for you. And you'll hear people say, oh, well, can you walk a bit rather than get the train? Can you get off a stop early? Yeah, make things work like that as well. Every little thing is going to start adding up. And a big important thing to do is to actually involve your family and the people in your life. Tell them how important it is to you. They might not know and you might just get frustrated. Tell the kids that, no, you can't do this, this and this, because you've got your half an hour for you. Make time for you. That you've got your bit of time where you're then going to do something. And then you can do stuff with them. Then you can do whatever. But let them know how important it is to you so they truly understand when you're going, I'm doing this, it's because it's important to you. It boils down to three things, and that's shifting your mindset. So you're going to make time, you're not going to find time. You're going to plan the week ahead and schedule everything that's important to you. And your training is going to be efficient and focused. And this is what we're going to go into soon, how to plan those few days you're going to train. So remove all the excuses, remove the barriers, find the way that's going to work for you. So stop letting the no time excuse win, planning and then doing everything you're going to do. Be kind to yourself. Training's good for you. Make it fit in. Okay, so the plan. So if you're going to train 3 days a week and they're going to be half-hour sessions, you can make them all pretty hard, because you're probably going to recover them because they're not long, hard sessions. So how I'd split it is I'd do strength training, and in that strength training, pick big movements. So you can have a push, pull, carry. So you can do squat, bench press, deadlift, and then a pull or a row, and then farmer's carry. That's your strength training sorted. This is keeping this as just completely simple. We're not going through rep ranges and sets and all of that in this. It's just half an hour, get in, do some of the big movements, get out. So you've got your strength training. The next session that I'd add in, it would be a threshold run. Well, the good thing for that is that only ever is going to be a short session, really, for most of us, unless you're high-level athletes. So what you're going to do for your threshold run is 5-minute warm-up, 20-minute pretty hard run, and then a 5-minute cool down. Easy as that. You can track it all with a heart rate monitor and make sure you're in the right zones. If you just get in your training and just want to get it done, just run quite hard for 20 minutes. It's not your maximal effort run. Ideally, it's going to be a speed you could go for like 40 minutes. Because what you don't want to be doing, if it's a max effort 20-minute run every week, that's like a fast race every week. That's going to be quite hard to recover from. But if you're only training 3 times a week, maybe you can push that a little bit more. The next session you're going to do is going to be an interval style workout. So that interval style workout can be where you just do runs. So you could do a kilometre run, short rest, kilometre run, or run, jog, run. You can mix it up. Or that's when you can then do intervals where you're going to do, say you're doing the sled push the sled 12.5 meters, have a little rest. Push it again, have a little rest. Same on the rower, same on the ski. Anything where you're going to work hard, take a rest, work hard. The reason you have the little rest is because you're working hard. If you're just doing it steady, you don't need the rest. Then it's a different session. So they're your 3 sessions. So just think strength, interval, and then threshold run. If you're to add a 4th day, if you are just training 30 minutes, I'd probably add another interval session in. If you were training 45-minute sessions, I might add in a longer, slower session. But so let's just go through that just now. So if we added in another interval session, that's when I'd be looking at adding in a compromised runs one, compromised workouts run, where you're going to actually go 2 exercises or 1 exercise, then a run. So that could be push the sled for 20 meters, jump on the treadmill, run 800 meters, loads of variations you can do, have a rest, then repeat it. So that's the sort of compromised run workout. You can do that with squats and deadlifts and all sorts. You can then do a compromised workout where you do run first, then do the workout parts. You can run, then do sled push. So what that's doing, that's getting you used to get into that workout part where your heart raised and then being able to get straight into doing it. If you were to train 5 times a week, that's when I'd then be going, yeah, your volume is starting to get up a bit. Maybe that 5th session wants to be a steadier session. So that could be, and you'll hear it a lot, zone 2 run. You might be thinking, I can't only do a zone 2 run for 30 minutes. Yes, you can. And the good news for that is when you're training, say you're doing a zone 2, these are the benefits you're getting after half an hour. They're the benefits you're getting after an hour. They're the benefits you're getting after 90 minutes. Okay, it's not exactly that, but my point is you get a lot of those benefits in the first half hour. I wouldn't look to do less than half an hour, but half an hour, it ain't a bad amount to do. So add in your zone 2 run there for half an hour. And then if you're at a weekend and you go, actually, I've got a little bit more time, make it a little bit longer. So that's how I'd add your training in. The thing to think of as well is how do you recover from the sessions you're doing? If you did 4 half an hour and they're all hard sessions, you might go, actually, that's a little bit too much. Okay, make one of them easier. Make one of them your zone 2 run. Even if you're doing 3 times a week, if you're not used to training, you might go, 3.5 hour sessions a week's tough. Right, 2 tough ones, 1 easier one. You make it work for where you're at and the level you're at. Job done. Hope you found all this information helpful and help it get you past that time as a barrier for not getting into exercise. Get out training, check out loads of other videos if you're not sure how to put your plans together, and happy training.